basukwenta lokho ngoba nomthetho lesinayo ithi kuyahamba kuhambe ngokukhanzi lo kwentako ngoba the cyber the computer crime the cyber crime ayifuni ukuthi kwenteke lokho mhlawumbe isitshela ukuthi wenta lokho ubucala.
Siyabonga kakhulu Mhlane. Sibonile futhi emakhasini abangqondomshini lapha kubheke kuthiwa uhulumende sokune hit list yabantu labalwela idemocracy lasafuna kubabulala. Engabe niyayati in the list?
Ndluleni. Tikhona netindlo lo utiphendule njengoba ubutwa ngumsakati lofana nawo. Lokho akusiko nekuphendulwa ngoba indlo lengenangcondo le. Kude i-hit list lesiyadiko thina asiyathi nothi ilungiswe ngibani yo hit list leyo nekokuthi ke nakune hit list ithi itakwentana kude umuntu lo nelungelo lokubulala lomunye kude i-hit list lekhona ngoba la kuleli velele kune constitution i-constitution iyakwala konke lalapha kusho so lolona le hit list lathathe le hit list ayinike emaphoyisa asho lokuthi uyithethe kuphi atosebenza lo msebenzi ngoba ngeke ngasho kulenye forum ukuthi lapha sitawuchuchiswa i-social media ivuke ithi hey kunemadoda alalela ntase sibaya kakho ungasaphumi ke landlini uva abantu bathi kuna la social media nachamuka khona ngoba ngicabanga ukuthi chamuka khona lo bhadlile uyadi umuntu ukuthi ukuphi lokho sekude inzaba ye-hit list kathe bacala bawasho ama-hit list asikawaboni imeleni leyo hit list la ngabe ngayi ikhona.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Mhlane. Kulesikhathi Mhlane ngidawucela kuwe ukuthi manje ngithole i-interview na-PRO wemaphoyisa ikakhulu kunendzaba le ngifise singene kuyo lapha indzaba yemmeli wemalungelo ethulane Maseko losishile emhlabeni. Dinenge inkulumo etivelile Mhlane lokukhanya ukuthi tichamuka khona ku social media nakubantu nje nabakhulumako ngithiteke noko asesihambe singchannel emaswazi siyobuta emaphoyiseni ukuthi mbabamba lelo langa kwendekani la sengiyacela ke Mhlane simhlambe wena bese soyasi soyayikhomenta nawe ukuthi ngabe kulokukhuluma kwakhe ukuthi ngemvume yakho ngicela ukuthi ngiyengene Mhlane.
Ngiyolungela.
Siyabonga kakhulu.
Siyakhumbula singamaphoyisa ukuthi mhla ka-21 enyangeni yesibili ku-2023 singamaphoyisa aseBhunya sathola liciko lolubuya kumake Maseko ekhaya washayela linye lemaphoyisa lakhona eBhunya lesebenzela kuhlangothi lokubaseshi lesithi iCID. Leli phoyisa ushayela ngoba kulawo malanga bebanekuxhumana kakhulu kulandzela ukuthi kokugceziwe leti tolota khona kaMaseko leti lacela kwe-police station. Leli phoyisa ke leli ngelo belisebenza lendzaba uphenya lokugcekeza labekwentekile so bese banikene ke tinombolo ngalokho sebebanekukhulumisana kakhulu vele kulo lelo viki lelo washayela lona ke leli phoyisa ngenhlanhla ke leli phoyisa ushayela kanvele lisejuthini ngalelo langa so station commander ke wakhokha emaphoyisa aka-CID nemaphoyisa ase-General Duty bekahamba ngemoto ka-traffic. Kufika kwethu kaMaseko kwasithatha ngaphasi kwa-30 minutes emva kokuba sesitholele call lebeyibuya kuye make Maseko akaphelanga 30 minutes siyakubona ukuthi isikhathi lesaba very swift noma saphangisa kakhulu. Ngicabanga ukuthi ke kulokwenza ukuthi kuphangise kangaka ukuthi le call yayivele yacoza straight eBhunya emaphoyiseni akufanani nekuthi ushayele 999 bese ngiKhanada uhambisa leyo report udalwe ukuthi bakhona nini kungena. Lokunye kwesibili lokwasisida kwaba ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi imoto betikhona tila epolice station tingaphumi ngalenye imisebenzi ngoba ngilokunye lokuye delay ukhanze ukuthi lasithola ireport noma ngabe ya 999 mhlambe imoto isephumile isa-attenda lenye imet kuyenda ke naloko ukuthi kube nale delay. Lesinye futhi isizathu sekuthi sashesha lokufika ukuthi kuthudani kamaseko bese sivele sati kulandzela ukuthi bese nekuxhumana lokuningi so kwaba easy kuyofika khona kuthudani ku less than 5 kilometers kuyofika kuleli khaya so kubuka kwethu kwaphangiseka nasikhompetishana lamanye ama-reports lesiyayisiwathanda siwasebenza ngoba nawubuka ukuthi 5 kilometers mhlambe ungakhona kuhamba 5 minutes but-ke la less than 30 minutes after ukuthi nayitfole report kuba khona into entilungisako njengokuthi nitawuphatha phela into ekusebenta lembili especially lesimo lesisakhulunywa ukuthi sekudutshule umuntu obvious ukuthi nathi vele kwakufuna sibe armed nasisaya lapha so thina ngoba kwethu akhona lama delays esabanawo but nje are reasonable nasibuka ukuthi less than 30 minutes esesifikile ekhaya.
Madam kunendzaba ke lana ukuthi kune eyewitness lethi yabona lokho bekwendeka kuze kubhekiswe ukuthi nje beyihamba ngebhayisikili yathi nayifika ke emaphoyisa yasho ukuthi lokho ngembonile imoto lo naya athi amaphoyisa akagijime angelibhayisikili ayawushutha le number plate le ndzaba lenjena niyayadini.
Siyabonga kakhulu msakati ngicela umfana ngacela a question lendzaba witness eyewitness umuntu lobonela kwendeka umonakalo othile lo ngakhona kuniketa ubufakazi ukuthi yena ubabonile labendela bokuqala lengideke siqiniseko nabo ukuthi lo nesikhuluma ngaye la singambita yena eyewitness ngide liqiniso kahle kaloko kwanyalo according to ama statements leswa recordile akusefise ukuthi singathi eyewitness ngale nemuntu welibhayisikili nasiyofika singafika ejunction le ngenele khaya kamaseko lo wafike wema kule moto yesibili mhlambe ngachaza nje ukuthi emva kokuba sisitholele report station commander wakho kade imoto letimbili lokuyimoto yaka traffic nemoto yaka CID lokho ke sesivele sende kona nangabe sinema reports asebusuku sesiyasibe nayo le backup noma singete sayifananisa uToto Mkhitinzawo noma singete sayichaza ukuthi iba kanjani for security sake but imoto la betitimbili letahamba kuyo attenda kamaseko lowo elibhayisikili ke ufike uma kule moto yesibili lebeyita ngemuva lelemhlophe lesebenza ka CID uyabuta ukuthi ngabe niya ekhaya kamaseko yini ayasho amaphoyisa athi yebo sesivile ngale report ushayele make so yajika ke ungena emkhathini letimoto totimbili bayahamba baye ekhaya nasekufanele sibangene nje ngasekhaya iyenza lemoto yokucala uyangena yena setiyalandzela totimbili leto timoto nasifika ke ekhaya siyakhanza cishe banesabakhanza ekhathini ngaleso sikhathi lebiba by very few sesiyabachazela ke ngescene of incident ukuthi sisicela ukuthi sihloniphe lesimo kuze kufike ema-experts lekungona a-attenda ema-scenes lafana nalawo sisehleli ke sigathe ema-experts lebese ashayelwe akamanzini regional headquarters so yayiveta ke indzaba but ukuthi kunemoto layikhanzile emgwaqweni layisolako ukuthi kungenteka kube imoto lende lo uyayibekisa ukuthi imnyama iBMW usiniketa ke ukuthi lakubonile kule moto beyithi NSD sekudeke letinye inombolo noma kucedzela lapho ubala kubeka nje ukuthi ubona umbhalo lothi NSD sithi ke asakushito lokho sishiya lamanye amaphoyisa agadza noma amenisha lesini sithatha lamanye amaphoyisa tiyaphuma letimoto totimbili tiyahamba tibuyela emgwaqweni kuyozama ukubuka ukuthi kumbe le moto singayithola yini nasifika emgwaqweni lenye imoto ithatha indlela lebheka ngabomanzini direction iyabuka ngakhona lenye ithatha umgwaqo lebheka ngabomhlambanyathi noma bhunya mhlambanyathi utama kubuka kule mgwaqo kude ke imoto leyagcina ibonakele after lokucheckwa lokwendiwa lapho sekuthi emva kwesikhathi ngetulu kweli-hour kuya ku-2 hours sekufika emaphoyisa aka-scenes of crime labuya ku-regional police headquarters yethu lapho khona kwafika lawa-scenes of crime newaka-serious crime lekuyi-department lebuka amacala lamakhulu lendeke kuleso sifundza asebentela e-regional headquarters.
Dr. Bafokazana ngethemba sizobona lenhlana ngathi uthi wena ungathini lapha ngoba athi inkulumo eqhamukile kwekuthi ngemaphoyisa lawa lenda lomonakalo nange madam lapha uthi 30 minutes iphinde futhi inkulumo ithi lelijaleli la bathinze amaphoyisa kusanza kwendeka ngathi uthi wena ubona kanjani lendzaba.
angibonge Ndudi nokuthi nje ke usinike le background lenjena nasta khuluma ngendzaba lebhlungu lefanana naletinye timo letibhlungu letenteka kwe-event. Ngicabanga ukuthi umuntu angatangena kule speculation kunengakhulu lokhulunywa mhlambe lokuvetwa nguphiko la kutawusita nemaphoyisa alandzelwe ngoba njengalo uhluva kuthiwa bicycle uhluva kuthiwa isithuthuthu uhle uva lokuneke kepha ke ngicabanga ukuthi lokumgcoka ngoba lapha wonke umuntu uthi akutholakala emaqiniso alomonakalo lamaqiniso alomonakalo atatholakala ngokuthi labo labanale information letawudzingeka naledzingekako nalalabathi babona lana letimoto letabona mhlambe kutawusita live nemhlaba ukuthi kutholakale ukuthi kwentekani lesento lesinje sonke emaphoyisa afuneka anikwe lithuba lawo nekwekuthi ke ngiko ngihlengisilento ye-social media ayite kahle ingqondo ngoba le narrative lese bayikhulumisa ukuthi ho ngubani usolwa abantu sebayijubile lendzaba kanti indzaba ifanele iphenywe emaphoyisa live linemithetho yokuphenya tindlo letifana naleti akusho ukuthi mhlambe kutabe kucala ngale naletinengi letivele angibekise nje kushona kwashifu kubulawa kwashifu ngesibhuku kuphenyiwe kwaba khona lekutholakala information kubo lenye lefaka ekhathi lokwakhishwa le-social media kudlalwa ngako lokho kepha ke ngifuna lokuchaza ukuthi emaphoyisa kufanele ayekelwe asebenze lo msebenzi hayi lama speculation lona lowabona utawuside emaphoyisa thina sesinethemba ukuthi utawusho ukuthi awu wabona naye wathatha enye inombolo letinye mhlawumbe utakhumbula ngoba phela bekabuka lesimo simadini
enhlane lelo langa nakutawenteka lokhu nesilo semhlaba ingwenyama besicithe emabutho kwaba khona ke ukukhuluma kwaso silo sekhuda siyala lokho sekutshintshile futhi ekukhulumene empeleni ngizengeva ngisho nakubongilandi nayo yonke indzawo ukuthi ngiyona into leyasusa wonke lo msindo ngilacela nhlange mhlambe singakakhulumi nangayo mhlambe ungakayiphendule nekuyiphendula sike silalele kancane nje sisilo mbabamba sathini so tongilalelisa nawe sikusi ingabe mbabamba nawuva vele kukhona la kulabakushoko lesikhathana benkosi lenhle ngicela ukuthi bafana bakithi mshiyalo basifakele yona inkulumo yaso silo
ngithelalela amajaha basingalalela ngebabathawu nalabanye labangathi basetshenziswa kuthethwe lababona nako ukuthi ubathi ngizanzane abanayisi abanabana ngithelalela amajaha basingalalela ngebabathawu nalabanye labangathi basetshenziswa kuthethwe lababona nako ukuthi ubathi ngizanzane abanayisi abanabana make yibo akhulule lokuthatha nakibo wamangala njengoba livele emaswati libanabelele tinzanzane kunetikhwama takhiwe letinakele tinzanzane zongahambe uyongena emadimoni ushiye kuphila bekukhwesa nje ukufa masinyane loyo moya leyo majaha siyayikhutha eveni wekuthi ayingaqhubeki ayisilo lefanele ukuthathe nabo laba labanjiyana labaphethe bayibhidlinga le moya lengasiyo bafanele bate futhi nakunje sikemaswati sithulile asasukele ukuthi sitawusuka ngamandla amakhulu mhlambe siyokwenda kube ngasithi asivide nje kalibuni kepha ngoba ngathi into yonke ibandla sifike ngisosile lesifanele sandla lapha eveni ungathi into lemunasa ukuthi udimoni ngeke sesisekele futhi ngeke sikulalele umosi wala bemuhle kakhulu majaha njengoba nabo sesingenile eminyakeni omusha nani ngiyafisa nasekubuyele emakhaya majaha nikhanze emakhaya ongatindile ahleli kahle.
Uthi wena ungahlabetha uthini ngenkulumo yesilo?
Cha, inkulumo yesilo yayiconzile. Angithi nje ngiphawule kancane ukuthi ngingakakhulumi ngayo. Ngimangale nje ukuthi kunebelungu lasebabhokise le narrative lethi konke lokwenteka kusuka enkulumeni yesilo. Angati ke ukuthi lomnye nje nangidala bengimbuka ku YouTube eNgilandi akakhona ukupronounce lamagama kepha inkosi nayikhuluma ngeSwati so uvile yena ukuthi ithini. So ubese kuyabuta umuntu ukuthi ukuthathephi lokho baka Amnesty International nje ukhanza sebethwele konke lokhu khulunywako lokungesiko lokwasho inkosi kude lapha yakhuluma ingwenyama khona ngenkulumo leyayingenta ukuthi kube khona umonakalo longalandzele emveni kwaloko. Inkosi beyikhuluma ngenhlonipho beyikhuluma ngekuthi bantfu abakhumbule ukuthi akufanele kube nemonakalo bayenge bantfu bente tintfo letingafanele. Yayiyala through and through iyasho nokuthi laba labahlukumeta live abasucabanga phela ukuthi banelilungelo banelicense yokukhuluma yokwenta noma yini bashise imithi nase uinterpreter bente konke lalabakwentayo. Nase emaphoyisa fokisa bathola babe sebakhala base sebasukele sebatarget kanti akukho lokho so beyiyala inkosi kude lapha yakhuluma inkulumo leyayitawususa luthu level. Inkosi phela as head of state ifanele kuyala njengalo yala. Inkosi head of state ingeke ibinzise nangabe khona lokwenteka kufuneka yekhute. So inkosi beyekhuta inkosi beyiyala inkosi beyinika indlela yokuthi nayi direction lekufanele yenteka.
Eva kahle Nhlane kunenge impela lokunye lokukhuniwe netwethu entekile nje ngithe ngibuka lenye page lapha la Amnesty International eKenya kwaba khona Swazi leliphahluka lelithi baniketwe imali ukuthi bene demonstration ngelive la kaNgwane angabe sokwatile lo futhi ngeke ngeva nenkulumo yandvuna nkulu nakabachazela le eNamibia akhuluma ngathi uhulumende uaware lokuthi kunabantu ababhadalako nendane ngako ninguhulumende futhi asochaze ngale ka Amnesty International.
Ngicabanga ukuthi mhlambe lapha sishode khona thina singihulumende kuba nepolicy nemthetho lo regulate ama NGO even ngiyabona ke kwaba ukukhuluma kulamavikana laphelile nakuvela inkulumo yokuthi ema NGO athola imali latisebenzisa kuhlukumeta live kwaba neoutcry kanti kwabhalela omunye wabo wangesena uhulumende. So lamhla ke lo longibuta yona ya Amnesty International. Amnesty International kude neoffice la ekhaya akawathi nalama dynamics lenteka la ekhaya nakasuka ayothenga abantu le ukuthi bahlukumetele live uyabona ukuthi it speaks to the non-regulation yema NGOs kungako nje asidwalela nokusidwalela perhaps ngiko lapha ngisikhona sisalele ngemuva kuloko afuneka regulate ngoba ngawo lalaganga futhi athunywa nabantu laba ngena interest in terms of kukhona bafuna ukusilungisela kona labanenge banelikhwekhwe kwakhona le labakhona khona labanye basponsorisha lo msindo ngamanye emave lade kwana le democracy bathambe yokwenta democracy kakho le kubo kude le democracy. So ngifuna ukuthi ema NGOs kakhulu le Amnesty International is a bad organization ngoba abethi nokubuta nema dynamics ale live lo kuhlungu ukuthi na bayikala impilo ke bona kuthi khona lengiyona imcoka ikhona lelenganakeke nakufesa isikhulu kude lo tahamba ayothenga bantu baseKenya labanedinkinga dabo nabo khona le ukuthi abethukela ive ngala. So i-Amnesty International igangile noma nami nje sengithi bengithi angilaleli i-social media kepha-ke ngivana ngawe nguwe lo ngitshengisile lokho bayaganga labo bantu labo banebangani babo la ngekhathi labagangako ngoba nale information labayinika yona bayayijuba ngathi noma ukwakunaka yini bayayijuba athi nakhulumisa la kule nto ye-YouTube ajube emagama athide atoshiya le nto ihenga ukuze itodunga ingcondo yemaswati kude-ke nalolo budako ukuthi seyijutshwe le nkulumo ayisafiki ngani le sizathu saloko ngilokuthi bafuna kudunga bakhone kuye ngabantu ngelive ukuthi kwentekane vele mhlawumbe ukuthi anginika isithuba singakacethi ngoba lendzaba yedemocracy ngiyafuna nokuphindze ngiyikhulumise ngoba silalala sikhona khona nje kuyengwe bantu.
Ngiyabonga Kunhlane. Kukhona into solukhuluma nje lapha mhlambe ngumbuzo lobengakawuplaneli ngidawusukela nyalo lapha Nhlane kukhuluma lapha eveni bantu abaningi bayesaba labasemagunyeni njengawe kepha wena usukumile wema ngetinyawo uyakhuluma wethembeni wena la.
Ngethembe iqiniso mama. Ukhona lo mnye lo bengitala la cingweni ngibhalele WhatsApp angimadwe mfokade uthi uyithethephi le WhatsApp yami uyangithreatenisha. No, ngethembe iqiniso mina. Akusho ukuthi nalabanye abakhulumi. Bakhuluma kepha ngeke sisukume sonke sithi ho nami ngidawukhona ngisukume ngethembe ukuthi emaswati atawuliva iqiniso aladi liqiniso. Athatha incumo abe evile awadi lamaqiniso ngoba lengushoko ungakuchecka constitution ungakuchecka emthethweni ungakuchecka noma nguphi lele ngukhuluma kusuke kuyiqiniso esikhatsini sonke angikhuluma umbono wami nami nginawami my emotions kepha ngeke angiside my emotions nekukhuluma into lengicabanga ukuthi ufuna ukukhuluma lapha ukuthi umthetho uthi.
Ngiva kahle Nhlane. Kukhona lenye into evamisa kusivelela kakhulu sekula media space. Indzaba eningi njengemaswati onke siye Steve lesikhathi sanza kwenteka. Bese ngasikhathi sekuphenywa ukuthi nya lapho nisuke senithulele Nhlane ngidakubekisela nje Nhlane America. Ngani sebakhona. Sebakhuluma bachaza lapha ke nje kubuya lamaphoyisa kubuya nemasotsha kubuya labantu baneceleni thina la ke kuthi nya
naku ke sesikhona mamba nyalo nje bositshengisa phiko
yebo
akutshela ngesimo ngoba ungathi labaningi labangaphandle kwelive bane interest nalenzaba nangu lamhlabe kayichaza utawuqhubeka nakhona lokuvelako aqhubeka akuchaza kulokunye mhlambe kube bombutile ukuthi laba bashisa labanye sebaboshiwe mhlambe bekufanele bete batontsha sesithole labangaka kuloko ngiyavuma ukuthi kufanele mhlambe sikwente lokho ukuthi nje kunale development yethu yokuthi ngeke ukhulume kusashisa umuntu ushonile kusashisa kufuneka sikhweshe lapho ngoba abantu isala lapho lenzaba njengalokusho ukuthi kube sekubhoka le speculation ngoba kude le information lesho ukuthi lapha kwakunemuntu wesidudu lena lapha kwakuna chief khona labamdubula kabuhlungu kaZandodo kwakunabani bani sesikuphi naloko nyalo ngicabanga ukuthi sitawo khuthata laba labafanele kuwawenta lama updates ngoba ingeke yentiwe ngi-DPM leyo update ngoba itase ithinza lolu phenyo kanti bayathi lalabaphenya ukuthi la sesikhona khona sesingabanika le information le sesendlulile ingeke isakhuba hlukumeta lo phenyo lesisekulo so ngilapho la ngisikhona ngivumelana nawe kufuna ukuthi nasekwendlulile leso sigaba leso sinitshele singagcini nje kuva ukuthi kukhona la bambulalele ukuthi uvunile emajob akhe sibese sigcina lapho kufuna nive ukuthi wase kwenteka ini watholwa yini noma akatholwanga ngisho ukuthi ke endlulini kukhona la kufanele kuyivume khona leyo ngiyayivuma ukuthi kufanele sigucule sikhone ukuyikhulumisa lokunenge nje ngigcina kuloko kukhona nenge ngakhuluma emsakadweni weSwati bengikhona khona kuleli viki lelandzayo beliphelile wathi lo mnyana akhuluma ngami wawungasitsheli beningasitsheli ngani lokho ngoba sesikuvala amhla ukuthi kwakwentekani lapho ngabuya ngacabanga ukuthi cha lapho sisele ngemuva.
Ngiyabonga Kunhlane. Ukhona enye into leyindeka ngonhlane na ubukela bo CNN bo BBC nemisakazo nje lesemaveni ngathi ke mina silive linemahhovisi siyabonga kakhulu uyezama nkosami wemnguni kuphunga lapha phunga khona manje ke ngeke atati tonke letindzawo lamahhovisi lengeshare enda njani phela nana ukuthi ngoba nyalo sekuba nema experts njengoba usho nje nana kunema experts about Swaziland ngoba basayibita ngeSwaziland labathi ngeSwaziland belungu labangathi lutho baphi laba basehhovisi lemaswati.
Yeah. Cha ngiyabonga ake manje ngendlule nje kancane kuleya Swaziland lena i-colonial hangover le ukuthi Swaziland lelive leli kuseSwatini Swaziland ngilokuthi during slavery no colonialism kwendlula nje kutakonke lokho bashicilela la ukuthi lokungona kungekho ngiloloko neligama lesingisi Swaziland so ngo nje bangafuni ukukhwesha bonke lalaba bakhuluma lenye language balapho kepha ke ngibuye kulama experts it's a pity ngoba nalama experts lokhuluma ngawo labelungu akawathi nalama local dynamics angibekise nje nabe kukhona lokwentekile lemangweni laba bese bakhuluma ngokuthi hey lapha kune autocratic sebangema experts elive bangadi ukuthi live liphethwe ngemthetho weconstitution lokubi labakubuka kubona ngilokuthi awusiwo lolwajikijelwa ngemangisi ngelifastelo ngilala tentela wona eMaswati so lalaba lengaphandle benta laba belungu nala tinyetive tikhuluma into letingayiconzi kahle tsineke ngicabanga ukuthi sigaba lesifanele kwenteka ukuthi le kuma missions ethu lo yakhona akhona kunikwa sufficient information atoba expect ukuthi nangabe bayeta batomkhulumisa ngoba phela umele live le akhona kubatshela ukuthi le live leli is a constitutional democracy.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Nkosi empeleni ngihlane kuloko lokuthi lokungenani athi angangena lo muntu bese bayaqhamuka behhovisi lethu ngoba cishe siyababona phela ababekiwe endaweni ehlukehlukene angene naye asho cha lelijale kade kuyona nale liqiniso layo uyabona nhlane siyacela Nkosami nathi ukuthi kube njalo nhlane lapha ngiyasolakala la
ungaqethi ke kusolakala le media outside le live leli ayikuniki wena lo munye a chance yokukhuluma that is their democracy uyulalele ngisho nxumalo la uyafuce kuzabe khona lena athi ngifuna ukukhuluma angeke bafuna kuline up bonke laba labafuna ukukhuluma lenye language bangakuniki wena abakusoleke sitosebenta
cha enhlane bengithi lapha bangisola kakhulu ngespeech sengwenyama bathi ke ngisikhathile lapha ngisikhathe khona bebabheke ukuthi mhlambe ngangifake lokunye ngicabanga ukuthi eMaswati lamaningi asibukela speech sonke siphelele nyalo ngenxa esikhathi sibene isikhathi esifishanyana
angudefend mama
yebo mhlanga
inkosi nayichithe emabutho lonke eSwati libhekeke ukuthi lilalele ku radio na ku channel eMaswati na channel lelenye
Eswatini
TV na ku radio ikhulunywa kuko konke la ikhulunywa khona so sekufuneka ngani ke ukuthi kuze kube lamhla utocala uphinze udlale le speech nangabe ufuna ku criticize lalela lento ubuye na ufuna i-debate mamba ngespeech sengwenyama yakha point uteka DPM ngilahlala phansi nawe ngikutshele ngoba lento lena yokuthi sibe sethuswa ngelide sifune kungitshele ukuthi ngikuphi lapha ikhulume kabi yathini so leso speech vele asukudlala nje ube bongitshela ukuthi udala bengathi asukudlala lolo kudlalile lapha ngoba liswati leli la kuleli veleli lifanele kulandzela tintfo letenteke vele.
enhlane kunabo hashtag leze bakhulunywa njalo ngendzaba ema-elections labanye bathi vele akusuyiyo kuma-elections kwasuka kwahlala ngabe uthini wena lapha hlala
Angicale nje ngekuthi Mvuleni nawukhuluma nga hashtag siyaya angithi lokhu kuqhamuka la ku social media
yebo hlala
ngaze ngikufunze nami lokuthi hashtag siyaya hashtag asiyi nako ke nayo ke democracy yokuthi abantu bakhone kuba netinkulumo mpikiswano debate usho kona ukuthi after 15 years of a constitutional democracy la kuleli veleli sesiyakhona ke ukuthi sesifundzile isitintho tiyakhulunyiswa so bengisangisho lokho nje kokucala besibili ngifuna nangisaqhubeka nalo hashtag ngidawuphangisa isikhathi sami lamuhla sinciphisile kepha ke ngidawudama ngifuna ukuthi kunemoya okuyenga abantu ukuthi kude idemocracy kangwane la kune constitution khona lebhalwe ngilamaswati asho ukuthi afuna kwenteke njani idemocracy yabatayibamba kanjani abayikhulumi lama commentators la ngekho live kude namnye nje longeva SABC noma ku CNN noma kubanibani ukuthi kune constitution kangwane emagama labajikjela ko autocratic you can see ukuthi kwabona abathi ukuthi yini autocracy abathi nje ngoba le democracy yethu ine parliament leshaya imithetho lokude lo interferisha kuleyo mthetho le ishaya iparliament asibuye ku hashtag siyaya ngicabanga laba ngilala bathi siyokhethwe
yebo hlala
leli yakhuluma ngalo nenkosi nayigithe emabutho
yebo hlala
kunalala bathi asiyi ngifuna ke ukuthi kuleyo ngichaze ukuthi ilive line constitution kusho ukuthi linemthetho sisekelo lo wakhiwa ngemaswati emveni kwe constitutional review kwetinkundla review commission nga 1992 kwathi nga 96 kwaba nale review the constitutional review commission lokho ke kwafaka emalungelo la ungahamba kuyobuka ku section 84 wale constitution utawukhanza kunelilungelo lekukhetha the right to vote kusho ukuthi ke lelo lungelo lelo libukwe nguhulumende ukuthi asite labo labafuna kulisebenzisa uhulumende bathini i-duty bearer kusho ukuthi nguye logatseke locizela amalungelo ebantu ukuthi bayawathola lawo malungelo le section ke lengikhuluma ngayo ikhuluma nge-right to vote so it's a constitutional thing the right ine obligation the obligation yokuthi wena usekele lo mthetho sisekelo ngokuvuka uhambe uye elukhethweni lolukhetho lune system ya umthetho waka EBC umthetho longona ulungisa ukuthi sikhone kulungiselwa lukhetho ngendlela lefanele so kunemithetho lefana nana umthetho ukhetha bomake nangabe kusho ukuthi iyafika iparliament ikhanza befika 30% bese kuthiwa ke lo mthetho utabe so ukhetha bomake baba bane ukhethwa ngelamalunga lakhethwe letinkundleni so ngithi ke bantu labangafuni kuya labathi #asiyi bathengisa lilungelo labo ukuthi abanosebenzisa ilungelo labo kepha ke babokhumbula iobligation ukuthi kufanele kukhethwe uhulumende lotawuhamba asentele imithetho yabo free primary education asakhele imithetho yokuvikela abomake imithetho yabo sort of yabo marriage acts nalokuningi lokwenteka ngilapha ke labantu labathi #siyaya ngitabasekela khona nekuthi ngiphindze ngibabonge ukuthi benta lokufanele it's an obligation ukuthi uhambe uyokhetha khona la ngeke ngabona khona ukuthi labaningi bahle bangayi eTunisia noma kulelo livelelo nje ngibone ngathi kuthi wena kokhethwa kwa 11% but the livalmanga alimi liyachubeka nala kithi ke sithi cha le debate ilungile ikhombisa immaturity yepolitics yethu ukuthi sesikhulile kulo 15 years ngoba phela iconstitution kuvotelwa kwaqale nga 2008 so emathemu mathathu so kumthetho ke nothi nakuphela 5 years kokhethwa so kude lenye indlela lesingayenta siyokhetha
yebo mhlanga enhlane kunenzaba lenye lapha vele ndvuna nkulu ayichaza indzaba ye-dialogue nakase Namibia uhamba wafika esigabeni sekuthi kunema organizations la ibambisile live la kaNgwane ekutheni i-dialogue ichubeke iyembile kuqala nhlana nesikhathi lapha wathi ceasefire what is the standpoint right now regarding i-dialogue
i-dialogue mfulini ayikashintshi uyishilo nandrunankulu kaSadak wayichaza njengaloku besiyichaza in the past ukuthi sonke siyayifuna i-dialogue uhulumende uyayifuna i-dialogue ungihulumende nje kunema individuals nami nje emgodlagodleni wami nale ngifuna ku-dialogue nasikhuluma ku-dialogue angisakhulumi njenga DPM ngikhuluma njengeliswati le-dialogue ukuthi nami ngifuna ukuthi sikhulume diphi tindzaba ku-dialogue sidawo hlangana khona-ke kepha-ke lolo kuchazwe nguNdunankulu kungiko ngibuyele emuva ukuthi i-dialogue ngifuna nje siqualify ukuthi national dialogue i-national dialogue iqala ukuthi akhulume ngayo ikhulume i-head of state yesibayeni nasuka lapho uthumela indvuna Themba Gininza bana prime minister basho ukuthi kutaba ne-dialogue so konke lokho kusho ukuthi ayikatshintshi i-dialogue iyachubeka siyakhuluma sonke la sikhuluma khona ukuthi ikhona i-dialogue mane ke lefanele sichazele sive ngulokuthi le dialogue lohluyiva ikhulunywa la ungathi i-dialogue into yebantfu lababili yokuthi olongunawe mamba i-dialogue ngeke siyente i-dialogue yelive sinawe sobabili ngoba i-dialogue ifuna lonke eliswati lingene kule dialogue ngoba diningi tintfo lesifuna ukutikhulumisa sonke kule dialogue so funeka sichazele umhlaba ukuthi i-dialogue sibaya kule constitution lele bangakhulumi ngayo bantu lapha kubangwa khona umsindo nje kude lokhuluma ngeconstitution le constitution ifaka le dialogue yesibaya ukuthi ikhona and nashemen wayo siyathi ukuthi ngibani nokuthi yentelwa kuphi sibaya ke ngilapha onke emaswati eda khona atokhuluma imibono yabo sikubonile itolo lokho kudala iconstitution ema 27 demands laba yokukhumbula lokunye lokwakukhulunywa without kushisela abantu tindlu without kubulala abantu without kwenta in kuyokhulunywa kule dialogue i-dialogue ke lesibayeni bekuye kwenteke ke ukuthi nayiphela lesibathi shemen ake nihambe ngoba khona labangasonzeli la niyobalalela le ngasho nakucala ukuthi ngiyakhumbula ukuthi wakwaba ingcenye yayo lento ye-dialogue sesingathi i-mobile dialogue lele khona kokuhamba iyofika kulabanye labangeke basonzelela kutobeka imbono yabo so banufuna baconze i-dialogue ukuthi akusiyo nje into yeqembu nalelinye iqembu kule concept yala ekhaya. I-dialogue ngilapha sonke sikhuluma khona.
Labaningi mhlawumbe ecala nasikhuluma wawukhala nasikhale ngekuthi nawuthi umuntu uyakhuluma utawesaba kuyale nabo batambulala. Bekude indlela mhlawumbe ekutheni manje beef up le security ke mbamba kungethwe nje security all over manje ichubeke le dialogue.
Cha, i-dialogue itawuchubeka. Angikwati ukuthi kwayibona yini i-communique yakaSADC. Ngiyabona ukuthi ayifunza lapha ku point number 10 na number 11 kuleyo. Lapho ngilakhulunywa khona iSADC lesingcenye yayo nase kukhulunywa lenzaba ye-security even. Ifike yathi bantu eMaswati bekunene bakhuthata silive ukuthi sibe calm sibuye phansi. Kwesibili akhuthata ukuthi bantu abaye ku dialogue ngaleyo ndlela le live leli conductor ngayo leyo dialogue. Lokunye labakushido bekhute kubulalana ukuthi akume kubulalana even bebasibonisa ke nabo betama ukukhulumisa bonke lokuthiwa ngama-stakeholders ngoba sonke singemaswati nje singema-stakeholders. So bathi kakubenzisa nakubenzisa lokho lokubulalana nalokushiselana ngiko lokutakwenza ukuthi le environment ilunge nekuthi ke bantu bathi lokuthi lokuthi nangabe lo lonkushoko mamba nguthanzi bese uyale ekhaya ufuna kuyoshisa noma uhambe ufune kungibulala noma ke ugcine uthenge labanye khona le jali lithengisa abantu la ku social media kulenye publication leli jaha lelithi lingathi asihambe siyokosa kuthiwe phathani matches bese ukhipha la kuleli phepha ke ukuthi sesiyokosa kuphi ke nyalo vele kwenteke la kwentako. So ngiyethemba nje ukuthi neSADC itawukhumbula ukuthi nyalo khona labaphenya khona lenye ivideo kulelinye live nala kithi batawusita basiphenyise lama comments lentiwa ngulala abanye laba ufuna labathengisa noma babulale labanye kule live. Ugcineke ngalo mbuto wakho ukuthi can't we beef up nge-security? Ingaba khona i-security kuchubeke lokho kepha umbuzo uthi nakungakayekelwa lokubulala nabantu bapronounce ukuthi vele asino attack umuntu bantu bataba nebulukhuni vele bachuche uthi ngathi ngiyakhuluma ajinga ngibulala akusiyo ke dialogue le yokuthi labanye besabise labanye bengasabi labanye babinzile besabe ngoba leyo mulento yokuthi nangwesabisa mamba bese ngiveta igama lokuthi ngifuna kwenta interim government nini sidabe sesiyabuya senta lokunye kwanyalo. So la ma threats lawo ngema threats la hlukumeta yonke lento asibiye phansi sisebenzisa iconstitution sonke sacitha imali sakhe iconstitution bantu bacitha isikhathi bahamba bawukhulumisa iconstitution yabo yabakhona othi ngoba basayithanzi beshayina sesidabe sesiyayi jikjela ngaphandle sesilalela bona ngiyabekisa nje ngelife lelikhashana.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Nhlani ngidawucela ngemvume yakho futhi ukuthi ngeke ngijike nje kancane mhlambe for the next 5 minutes ngendzaba yesingisi Nhlani kune international media silandzelako la bathi ke nokwabeva kahle hle number of organizations nje basibukela nabo lapha futhi bafisile ukuthi basakade emaveni abo kakhulu interest yabo ithi His Majesty or even the government has been accused of having a hand in the death of Tshwane Maseko. What is your comment as government?
My comment is very easy and very brief. It is an absolute lie. I think anybody who is pushing that narrative is someone who is not friends with the truth. That is number one. Number two, if ever you have already decided who had a hand in that unfortunate death of Mr. Masego, then you contradict yourself by saying, let's do an investigation. Those are my comments. First of all, it's not true, it's a lie. Unless you can bring your evidence, we will be glad, because the law enforcement is actually investigating this case like any other murder case, because a murder case is a crime, which means it needs to be investigated. And this country has all the rules and laws that guide and govern investigations, and all those are in the hands of the law enforcement officers, who, by the way, get endangered in such situations. For instance, the case we've just referred to, the police get to the crime scene, and suddenly one publication says it's these police, the members of the force who have murdered Mr. Masego. Now, the police come there because there has been a report that there's been a murder. So how do you even think that the police would come there and do what it is now alleged? So I'm not going to go deep into this speculation, because I think it is derailing it's putting pressure unduly to the law enforcement officers, because they are told rush, 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 and they should not be forced to rush. Let them do what they do best, which is investigation, and they have investigated other similar cases. So I think that's how I would respond to that question. And they must also learn, just finally, those who are saying this are some of the people who are in faraway countries who do not even understand the local dynamics. If you find a reporter from CNN talking about this thing, and they cannot even interpret certain...
Throngs of human rights activists and politicians came to bid farewell to Thulani Maseko Sunday. Gathered at the deceased home in Western Eswatini, they paid him a last homage. The human rights lawyer was a leading figure in the push for the absolute monarchy to become a multi-party democracy. It is now up to us to make sure that the freedom that Comrade Thulani
says His Majesty instigated the killing. How true is that?
It's another big lie. It's a sad lie, because I don't know how that instigation would be. And I listened to the speech, you listened to the speech, everybody else listened to the speech. There was no instigation except to say to people, don't do the wrong things or don't kill other people. Because when the police investigate and they find you and bring you to justice, you will start complaining and crying foul and claiming you are targeted. You are not targeted. You have killed people. They killed members of the security forces. I remember one of the people who have now been caught was part of a team that got the police out of their office at night, pretending there was some problem somewhere right in the dead of night. And when the police went there, these people came out and shot dead one of the officers. It was a female officer. and then the male officer survived. But of course, I know Amnesty International never even mentioned that in one sentence. Never one sentence. All those brutal killings of the security forces and burning down of houses, Amnesty International didn't even call to say, is it true? But they came up with the knowledge, with the information that all this has happened. So it is a lie that His Majesty instigated this. He's a head of state. He's someone who has the responsibility of advising and guiding the nation when it's necessary. And this was one time when it was necessary that the head of state tells people to be careful, told people not to do things that may place them in the hands of law enforcement.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And then the Government Public Relations Officer, Mr. Ngumaro, is working, actually he's burning the midnight oil, trying to correct the anomalies that are being said. However, there seems to be deafening silence from the officers, the diplomatic officers worldwide, because right now we've seen the emergence of experts about the country who've never even set foot in Eswatini.
Yeah, before I talk about our mission, diplomatic missions, I just want to say to you, it's very interesting to find the experts. I saw, and this is not a racist remark, by the way, I saw some white man who was really talking about this country as if he lived in this country. And I bet you he has never been here. And also, if he has, he doesn't understand the dynamics of this society. This society is different from other societies. And for you to make an informed decision, you need to be thorough and take into consideration all the dynamics and the uniqueness of our culture and interaction within the context of our constitutional democracy. Now, those aspects are actually, I'll tell you that those guys are paid. I mean, paid. You can see, even if you can explain to them, like I'm saying tonight, this country has a constitution, but nobody will ever mention that in their narratives, because they have something that they are pushing. So they will continue to do that. And if you go to SABC, SA Banbani, NCA, ENCA, and others, you'll find some of the people who are causing trouble here being given airtime, lots of them. And if the other one who runs a very toxic online publication is going to be there every other day and lying through. Nobody will ask him all of that. And then all the other publications and TV stations will be doing the same thing. So that is going to be difficult. Ngumalo is pushing, and he is doing a good job because he's trying to open the minds of people to understand and know the truth. And when people don't like the truth, the next thing they do, they insult you. And I'm sure if you would open my WhatsApp messages right now, I'm sure they're read with insults and stuff. But I don't mind, because when you tell the truth, you stand with it, it will not change. So I want to end up by saying maybe there must be a better way of communicating internationally, but the international media, once they've taken a position, it doesn't matter what you say. Finish. That's it. Wait until these who are watching tonight write something tomorrow. None of them will write about our constitution, that it is our own constitution, which was not a constitution put together by an elite It's not an elitist constitution. It's people-based constitution. Everybody contributed.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Just the last question now on the English part. What's this dialogue? What is happening?
Dialogue, the state has not changed. The state is ready for dialogue. The state has prepared for dialogue. The state actually is always involved in dialogue. Let me put it this way. It is a constitutional obligation because it is in the Constitution that the dialogue will always be at the Sibaya, and it is what is prescribed in the Constitution, which Constitution was crafted and agreed to by the Eswatini. And Eswatini have the Constitution is actually a contract. So everybody has to abide by it. But also, those who don't know, this Constitution has clauses that allow Eswatini to amend it. So it's not something that was made and will never change. So there is a process of amending it. And the issue of the Constitution, or of the dialogue that you asked me about, we are ready, but it is impossible to have a dialogue when people are killing security forces who must be protecting them during the dialogue. They're killing them. And they're burning their houses. Everybody who opposes the idea of anything else that is said, which they don't appreciate, they're going to get you, you know. So all of us are worried about that violence. But I'm very grateful that during the SADC Troika in Namibia, SADC condemned all the killings that have been taking place in the country. And they did not just condemn one section, all killings. Number two, the Troika actually, in support of our national dialogue, asked everybody to be calm and participate in the dialogue. So this is actually good, and we hope those who are causing the disruption, who are terrorizing this nation, will understand this and give dialogue a chance. You know, there's no way you can go for dialogue when someone has a gun, unlicensed gun, or someone is instigating and creating hate, promoting hate.
Your Excellency, everybody is fearing to talk about politics in the country. What makes you so bold?
No, you know, in a democracy, and I want to continue to say, we are a constitutional democracy. And one of the things that is enshrined in this constitution is freedom of speech and freedom of expression. But I want to caution that it doesn't allow freedom of insulting, freedom of threatening others. But the reason I talk about politics is because it is my right to express my views. It is my obligation to educate those who may not want to read. There are people who don't want to read the Constitution. And if you read the Constitution, in fact, if we read the Constitution, if it was a requirement to go to Parliament to know, we would not be where we are now. The whole problem started when other people had not read the Constitution and they did things that were unconstitutional, and then they cry foul. But if everybody had followed the Constitution, I tell you, we would not have had businesses burned down. people getting killed, and all those we would not have, because those who were yearning for change would have looked at Section 245 going down to know that you can change this. So this is the democracy that I'm talking about, where we don't deploy. You see, we don't deploy. The people in a certain constituency elect someone they trust, and someone who says this is autocratic. I don't know what is autocratic about 10,000 people voting for a member of parliament from Enkwene, for instance, that constituency. The people use secret ballot, which is a box you tick in democracy. People apply direct representation, that concept of direct representation, which is in the Constitution. So if you fail to deliver, next time they recall you. The way we recall our MPs is we don't vote for them. So this is where I think we should understand that we have a democracy, and I want to help those who don't understand. That's why I am bold. I'm sitting with the truth, and I'm sharing the truth with the people, and I'm telling them what is a lie, because if you say there's not democracy, you don't even explain to the people what you mean. So it just becomes exciting to say there's not democracy. What is democracy? Democracy is where people can choose who they want. And in our case, there are 59 constituencies. Those are elected directly by the people. There's no interference. They go to parliament. And when they get to parliament, our law says when the House of Assembly converges and and it is found that the number of women are below 30%, then we have a law that says you will elect 4 women from each region. Now, to me, the 59 have the power of the population to elect 4 women. Those members of the House of Assembly have the power to elect 10 people to Senate. So you can see the numbers that come directly from the people. Then the king will appoint 10 to the House of Assembly and 20 to Senate, covering certain sectors that may not be standing for elections. We all stand for elections. But remember, Mama, this is democracy. 2008, when I was deprived the opportunity to register, to exercise my right to vote, I took the EBC to court. I was working in New York then. That date had to be extended for me as an individual. I wanted to vote for a certain member of parliament. I got my right, and that is where democracy is. Tell me where else you could do that. Sitting in New York, you are a nobody. You stop a process democratically. It stops. The courts were independent. I had 2 strong lawyers who are judges now, but they were very strong. They blocked it until I registered.
Yes, thank you very much, Your Excellency. Well, that ends the English version of our interview. That is His Excellency, the Deputy Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Eswatini, Mr. Themba Masuku. Thank you very much to our international friends. I believe you got what you really wanted about what is happening, the current status quo in the Kingdom of Eswatini. I'm Kawe Mamba. Right now, we're going to go for a commercial break. Akene bengosilenhle ningamanga lapha lamhla people and places ibukelwa emaveni kuma TV stations lamaningi kakhulu bengosilenhle lapha bebasola bakhuluma nzalo labangadati khona lamhla abadati sibonga kakhulu ekufika kwakhe nebengosilenhle lapha nhlane edunda kuthole bafokazana ate uphendula nebengosilenhle abantu bateuva ukuthi kuthiwani vele Eswatini dunda kuthole bafokazana mhlambe kukhona lo ngingakubuti kona labo ngafisa ukuchazela sive singakavali
cha mamba ungishukumisile sengize ngijuluke ngimanti ngisente lengifuna nje ukubonga kuwe ukuthi ngale platform awukhethi unika abantu ithuba lekhuluma politics bakhulume konke labafuna ukukhuluma ngilesive lesifuneka ukuthi sikwente sikwejwayele lokho singejwayele ukwethukana sijwayele ukukhuluma emaqiniso sakhane ukuze sitothuthuka leli vele singoneli labantu kepha ke mhlambe lo ngangibuti kona ngokuthi lo la bakhuluma internationally lesebajubeta indzaba tethu bona bayawubuya ngalelenye ilanga nasebevile ukuthi lama speculation abo akasiwe maqiniso nekwekuthi ke mamba sengigcina akangibuti ukuthi ngingabuya indla ngitokhuluma impendulo yami ithi #ngingabuya sitokhuluma sakhe nje live futhi ke ungabiti mine kuphela nalabanye bede batokhuluma sitokhona ukuthi nasekukhethweni sitokwakha uhulumende wethu ngalendlela lesasystem akha ngawo ngaye kube sekahle nasihamba siya ku dialogue ude nawo uphethe kwakho ku dialogue ngoba kuyathathwa kubhalwa ilist saba ne-NDS angathi noma usayikhumbula National Development Strategy kude bekangekho lapho ngikhumbula kwakunemngane nami aku NNLC angiwathi noma yadinde inhlangano le kwanje inhlangano abathi NNLC lapha isekhona noma bangi5 isekhona so bengicabanga ke ukuthi asambeni siye elukhethweni asambeni siye ku dialogue asihloniphaneni asisubulalana ngifuna nje ukugcina ngaloko ngaphandle nakunembuzo loshisako lophuma internationally ungivale sengawo nakuthi ungiyekele ngihambe ngiyolala ngiyem17 kusasa ngi70 imali ya #uhola kwabogogo
enhlane manje sengilahlekelwe lapha ngilahlekelwe ngiso stream sethu la bafana bake singale bathi ba streama ngalapha kepha mina ngalapha sekungilahlekele bebe kunemibuzo leminingi beyivela kubantu lapha bakhona ke noko vele laba lokhanya ukuthi abayibude ngenhlonipho labakhuluma nje babawushona nawe ukuthi umfuna ngabe kusho ukuthi mhlamba akasada uthini bese sowufaka inhlamba
angikuside lapho mama kungabokuhlupha umuntu lokwethuka ngilongadi ukuthi utawuthini so ngicabanga ukuthi sikubuke lokho bantu labafuna ukukhuluma emaqiniso ukhona nje lomunye lo bengikhuluma naye the whole week so lesikhuluma kahle ngiyabona ukuthi uchisa isikhathi sewude la ngakusho kanti mina I'm trying to educate umfundisi nje ukuthi kuhamba njani kepha ke labasethuka ngemafutha ekufundisa abantu ngemafutha okuba ku public service
ukhona lo silapha nhlane kuqala lukhetho noma dialogue
no ngaphendula kokubili kuyasebenza lukhetho is constitutional kusemthethweni ungeke bese uthi usuyakujikisa ungakajikisi lo mthetho lothi mhla sikhanuka siyabohlisa ilumisa nje ukhetho
noma kanjani bathi ke labanye wayishila NNLC bathi wayishila NNLC wena
I think kune misconception you see bababhaceke nje ku NNLC kwakuna abe prime minister wami Obed Dlamini he became a friend ngoba ngam inheritor from my brother bekang head teacher at Swazi National High bonke laba lenganginabo ngijwayelene nabo angisiyo omniphathi angikhanuki nje futhi nasobutamine personal angizange ngibe kulapho akahamba ufuna ikhadi lona tokutshengisa ukuthi ngoba now imember yenfo uba nelikhadi lakhona so akasukhuluma nje futhi ke noma akhona emaphathi they are not my cup of tea personally. But I talk to them and I like them because you know they are human beings like me.
Kondzaba leso ipokubuya lapha nhlana indzaba emgwaqo la uhlala khona iyabuya mbambanyalo ubalile wabala yonke indlela kanti nami ngase ngayibuda kuqala.
Yeah, cha sikhuluma yona leyo ndzaba leyo kunemigwaqo uyaphela umgwaqo wesicunusa Nhlangano.
Yebo.
Kunema program lasuka lapho wayele ngoba singeke sisuke sithi mfe konke lemgwaqo. Futhi ke ngasho ngona ukuthi I'm not selfish ukuthi ngidathi akwendliwe mina akubekwe ngalanga kimi kuphela. Ngiyathi ukuthi sibanenge nakhona. Nebekhubutha. Nasuke siphofaneni. Wendlule ekhubutha ushaye umthambama namavukuthi ofika kahlathi. Ngitsala lo mgwaqo lo kwakuhamba emabhasi abosondulo. Kusangafikwa khona. Kepha kuyiwa khona. Rome was not built in a day sengiyakufundzisa
manje nhlana uyathi ukuthi isikhathi esiningi nakubekwa umuntu wasekhaya nethemba yathi sekutaba nehluko lamangwena
ngathi kahle
manje ke baba sekwenteke akusikona kuwe kuphela umgwaqo wasemankayane nje hamba uphuma emahlangatsha kube na two prime minister lapho solunjalo lo mgwaqo nangu umgwaqo ngiyabona nale kuwe akusiwe wedwa nokuqala kuze kuna chief justice futhi lapha kuwe nikanye lapha nisinanihleli phasi nithi nihambephi nize niyofika lapha ekhaya.
Yeah, lo singakwenta lapho ukuthi singawenta umgwaqo emankaya nesiyowenta lo wakithi lo esicunusa la kuhamba khona ema trucks la nebusiness kwanyalo ema trucks lethwala le timber banikise factory so nalena asikabeke emuva ku program ya hulumende but hulumende ngeke avuke ekuseni athi yonke imigwaqo yotharishwa manje. No, but kuna kude umnyaka lo wentekile kungenamgwaqo a major road lwentiwa so laba bangakithi awu abeve sesisedudane asisekho khashana kulo mgwaqo lo sesisedudane.
Sithi simemethelo sakho ngama elections
sithi #siyaya sisho njalo
#siyaya
#siyaya kepha ke lokumcoka ngokuthi iEBC ngiyo lesebenza leto ndzaba le mebenginika nje kunikhumbuta ngelungelo lenu lekhetha neobligation yenu yokhetha nekwekuthi nawe uyokhetha ungabe sothi nasesikhuluma ngemgwaqo lesikhuluma ngayo ukuthi ayikafakwa ngane emgwaqo ngana ukaya kuyokhetha lo muntu lofuneka ayoyikhulumisa eParliament indzabe emgwaqo ngoba indzabe emgwaqo ikhulunyiswe eParliament.
Sengiqonze nawe ngoko enhlane nyalo.
Kodwa ke
uyalungelela ukhetho.
Awu Ndolini. Sitawubona khona. Ngete ngasho nyalo kepha ufika lena nanihleti la phansi esihlahla bathi sikhethana indothana uyavuma yini? Ngithi nami awu ngiyavuma. Bese kuthiwa sukuma umestikini sekuyabalwa 1 2 3 4 to 15 cha bamkhetha. Kwanyalo ngizangaqala ucampaign ngiyawucampaigna mhlaba ngisukumisa bakithi kulawuba
enhlane sikubonile uyu family man sabona unemisebenzi eminingi lapha ekhaya usushaya nasikhuluma vele yinto ithandzako nje wena what is your hobby as the deputy prime minister?
Public service. Ngiyalima ekhaya lingishayele nje nyalo ngikhala nyembeti anginokuya nje kulawuba ngoba kubile emasimini ngabe ngikhukhubele ngala ngithanda kulima ngithanda nje ke nokuthi ekhaya ihlobo siyatatisa kakhulu lekhaya ihlobo ngiyabona na ungakufike ungamangala ungathi kusemphakathi kanti nje ngithi nje sisuke siphelele lekhaya sisonke so I like farming but more crop farming than tingomo ngoba tiyangibambelela ingomo nangilima ummbila uyakhona sinakumesala kwathi lapha egedini ngisithelele ummbila nasifuna ummbila nabe kunemabhontshisi ngisithelele. So that is my lokho ngiya-enjoya on a regular basis.
Ekhaya abantwana bangakhi nibatukulu bangakhi kume njani nje enhlanga?
Awubabali-ke labo ngoba thine kunje la ukhona khona sasingu-5 sibafana. So I don't want to discriminate ukuthi lona wami lona siye wawo.
Ngivakala.
So akwentiwa lokho bonke lobakhanza la khaya bami.
Yebo mhlawumbe.
Noma ngiya kube esikolweni yoba bami nebatukulu bami, because once you start discriminating you hurt them kakhulu la labangenabo bo biological. So you need to be sensitive, let everybody enjoy. So leyo angiyiphendula uyayibona obituary.
Noma kanjani Nhlane? Cha Dr. Bafokazana ngicela uvalelise Nhlane.
Siyabonga kakhulu ngabe ngibonge wena CNN wakithi bese ngibonga nje eMaswati ukuthi alalele nakhona la lafuna ukubuta eMaswati akhululeke angashayela nakhona la kule station angashayela nasehhovisi lofuna ukubuta ungesabi nokuthi ude ufune ukukhuluma nami anginanza uyiphathi awusiphathi uyini umuntu lophila kuleli veleli. I'm there to serve ingosi ingithume kona la ngikhona khona ngo-public service. So siyabonga kakhulu nilale kahle Maswati lamahle.
Asibonga kakhulu nebenkosi lenhle nathi kusinhlale nathi khona la kodwa ngibonge wena Nhlane ukuthi empeleni isigaba sakho sikhulu kakhulu kodwa nje ngicala mina bekunene lapha na uya emshini omdzala kube lula kangaka kuze uyongena khona bonke abantu ba friendly uze uyongena office yakhe umuntu omdzala ufike uhlale nawe utive ngathi somkhulu naso ulapha kaNhlane kube sikhashana nina lapha ngithi khanze khona nami ngisengicishe ngideputy prime minister Nhlane esibonga nabanye futhi ungajinga wende sona leso Nhlane empeleni mina ngisuka nawe ekhashane awukase sonjinje solo wabanjena nje angathi mhlambe ngiliphi lelanga lapha ngiyakukhanza khona mhlambe ulwa noma uthetha zange sengeke ngikubone lokho kodwa nje mhlambe kodwa sesise kakhulu isikhathi ngase ngeke ngabona. Siyabonga kakhulu Nhlane.
Sibongele kakhulu.
Khanya semhlanje sibephethe kabi. So ngone kunena sifuna kusibona sonke sibitsayi ngwenyama sikhona channel eMaswati uyasibona sonke speech then bese soyatendele analysis yakho ukuthi ngabe mbamba uthi mina lengikwentile nje bengifuna ukunikhombisa ukuthi naye inkosi iyakhuluma ngase ngicela yena Nhlane ngoba la ngiassume sosibone sonke ukuthi icomment yakhe ithini bekungako ngoba ngeke ngase ngasifaka sonke bekunene mhlambe ngabe solo silalele sona nakulesikhasanya lo siqolise kakhulu lo hlangothi lolo lapha ke studio nebenkosi lenhle sibambisene nabo lapha bo longena sibambele kahle hle ngicebile wakantshangase mshiyalowa lo lapha ku mixing console yethu bese sekuthi lo munye lo ngene asibambele ebunjinela phinde futhi abambe ama graphics ngujulisa wakamamba ukhona la Mdzebele mshiyalowa nebenkosi lenhle naye ukhona mshiyalowa ama graphics bese soba khona nagcina waka wangamadonsela nebenkosi lenhle siyangibalekela sibongisana lija naye ukhona khona mshiyalo ebekunene ukhona lapha Gary wa Carlos lo khona eTinzabeni bekunene bese uba khona lapha Chico wakankambu nebenkosi lenhle lesinayo lapha ku floor sethembe nebenkosi lenhle sinijabulile kuba na sethembe sinasevile litako ngesikhathi esifana endabeni nathi apho sikhona people and places ingikhawe mamba nisale kahle.
Ayithi unobhuza kwezinde masibekela mgungudu weimpondo ziphumule njeni ngabe enkomeni izisabani wawulila ngaphesheya kendvulo khombe eMaswati wawulila ngaphesheya kendvulo khombe abalondolozi siguduza kumnyama kuhlule sigidigidi sakamaphobane Mswati ungiphiqile ngisho ngalesikhulu lesimnyama engani sibashisile bakhwetele ndaseBloni ngalozithakala ngqabani namale mahlele sikhwahlende kamlumbi engani usibonile leso sikhuni uthi sakathi jikijele kangwane sangamlanzele edinyaweni kwasha iningizimu Afrika yongana kwayikwethuka sigodlo kaZulu kwakhangele mankengane kwakhetha umthandayo kwayikwethuka eMandebeleni emaqhusa Mswati usimanga ingani ulidvala libhlophe libusheleleti luna kalisote lanyathela amahalinyane Mswati ungiphiqile ngisho ngale ngoletsheni kababe kangwane kamhlokotla ingani ihlelela ugodlweni tayihleka tinyoni tayihleka netaka amabhela kalanga Mswati usimanga ngisho ngale ngungu lemnyama lembese umdzimba ingani kube embese mina mfokazana bekuyosana emambala ngithukumele Mswati ngiphikile ingani uthebe lapho sebakuqambele mangamsakanzaba wemana ngemambala ngeliqiniso lebe mangalo nabokhokho bakho emandvulo naleli live lakho Mswati liyadungutela bona bakangwane sebayakubiza bayakulayeza ingani live lakho Mswati selingenele emambukwaneni mahalinyane bathi kuphi emsakanzaba nalla kangwane lemuka kubalela kuthatha waya ngisho esikoleni eNgilandi ingane ofuna lapho lizala kubantu basemandulo anike khandlela sale nemngqingizelela njengenkomisa ohlatshwa ingane seyingene imbubo esigodlweni eludzithini yase yambulala Cleopas ukuthi uthatha